Hello everyone. First of all, thank you one and all for subscribing my channel. This channel is intended for the benefit of many category of people, primarily for the students who are pursuing the course of CA, CMA, and CS. It will be useful for the professional examinations. It will be also useful for the budding professionals who are getting into practice and have any queries with regard to the taxation matters. And also, this channel will be useful for people who are paying tax and taxpayers like employees and businessmen who have any doubts with regard to any provisions of the Income Tax Act or GST. Right. As a part of knowledge sharing concept, I like to share a few videos for the purpose of enrichment of knowledge. And to start with, I'm introducing the concept of housing loan for you all guys, so that we'll be comfortable with this topic. And today our topic of discussion would be housing loan and income tax act. Right. Before getting to the topic, I just want to briefly introduce myself. Most of you are aware of my profile, but still, for those who are not aware, I would like to bring to your notice the points. My name is C.H. Chaitanya Kishore. I'm a practicing chartered accountant, and it's been 15 years I'm into practice. And I'm also All India 8th ranker at my SW Inter level, and I'm a state 8th ranker at my APRJC entrance examination. I take up classes for the professional students at CA, CM, and inter and final level. And I have been awarded as game changers by the Times of India group for the teaching I have given to the students. And I have trained more than 15,000 students for CA and CMA courses. And a couple of times my students were able to get all India first rank. And also I was able to produce few hundreds of rank in CA, CMA courses. Basically, I take up taxation and auditing. These are my core subjects. Apart from this, I also take up accounts also. Right. Now, without discussing much about my profile, let us get into the topic. Today, our topic of discussion, as I told you, it is housing loan and income tax act. See, most of the employees or the businessmen, they take a loan for the purpose of the house. And whenever we take a loan, from the next month or after some point of time, we need to repay the loan along with interest. So basically, there are two elements. One is principal amount and one is interest amount. So income tax has conferred certain benefits for the principal and the interest which we are paying to the lender. I say it's a lender, that might be bank or any person, right? So there are some benefits given under Income Tax Act, and we are discussing these benefits for the previous year 22-23, which is a running year. So if there are any updates, I'll let you know about these provisions in the next coming years. But as on the date, these are the applicable provisions, right? So whenever you take a loan, you will be having the following benefits under Income Tax Act, right? The first one, for the principal amount, you will be getting Section 80C deduction, maximum amount of 1,50,000. And you'll not be getting the total amount of 1,50,000 on account of the reason that if you are having children and paying them tuition fees, that also is clubbed with this principal amount. You're having LIC policies or any PPF amounts and all, then also this amount will be clubbed with those amounts. So technically, if you're already having some your investment schemes like LIC, PPF, and recognized provident fund and school fees and all, you won't be getting extra benefit of this 1,50,000. But assume that you don't have any other Section 80C investments, you can get benefit of Section 80C reduction. And for the interest part, you'll be having three sections. Section 24 deduction, it's in some cases max 20 or 30. In some cases, any amount you can claim. And 80 EE deduction, maximum 50,000. And 80 EEA deduction, maximum 1,50,000. Now, we can get these benefits. And as you know, whenever you get a benefit that is not free or that is not like without any conditions and all, anything comes with a terms and condition. So under Income Tax Act also, we have certain conditions to be satisfied in order to get the benefit of these sections. Now, we'll be getting into these aspects. So for the principal amount, Section 80C deduction can be claimed. Now, our discussion would be confined to Section 80C till some time. Right. So as I told, the loan is housing loan. So what purpose can we take loan? You can take loan only for the purpose of purchase or construction. This is for ATC, right? And the benefit is given to only a residential house property, not any commercial property. See, if you have taken a loan for the purpose of construction of a commercial property, Section 80C is not allowed. And third condition, the income from that house should be taxable under income from house property. And the deduction will be allowed only on payment basis. So our financial year is 1/4/2022 to 31st March 2023. So in case you have made any principal payment in between 31st 1st April 2022 to 31st March 2023, you can get the benefit of deduction in this year. So it is allowed only on payment basis. And next condition, the loan should be taken from certain category of people who are notified under Section 80C. It's not that you can have taken loan from your relative or friend and you want to claim 80C. The section says no, you cannot claim. So from whom can I take loan and get the benefit of 80C deduction? The following is the categories of persons from whom you can get the benefit of 80C. Number one, central government or state government, bank, including any bank, including cooperative bank, national housing bank, life insurance corporation. You can take loan from any public company. The main object should be long-term housing finance, and any company in which public or substantial interest or any cooperative society. But the main object should be financing of construction of houses. And also, you can take loan from the employer also, but the employer should be authority or board or corporation set up under Central or State Act, or employer who is a public company or public sector company, or a university or any college affiliated to the university, or a local authority or a cooperative society. So if you take loan from these employers, you can get the benefit of 80C deduction, right? So apart from the loan amount, at the time of purchase of the property or construction of the property, you have to register property in your name. So for that purpose, you need to pay stamp duty and registration fees. Section 80C says that whenever you have paid stamp duty and registration fee and other expenses, you can claim this amount as deduction. There is no issue with regard to the concept, right? So, and the most important point, Section 80 says that, see, you can get the benefit of 80C deduction, provided that you should not transfer the house property within a period of 5 years from the date of acquisition. So assume that the property is completed during 22 to 23 on a particular date, Jan 1, 2023. From that date, for 5 years, you cannot transfer the house. By default, the section says that you can claim deduction from this year, no doubt, but please don't transfer the property. What happens after 2 years if I transfer the property? See, from that year, you won't get 80C deduction, number one. Number two, whatever deduction you have been claiming or claimed till now will be reversed back. So they will be added to your income. So you have to satisfy this condition, right? And there are few elements for which 80C deduction is not allowed. Number one, interest part, you cannot get 80C, but we have other sections. Principal is due but haven't paid, no 80C. I have taken loan from commercial property, no 80C deduction. I have taken loan for repairs, renewals, reconstruction, alternation of property, no 80C deduction. And I have taken loan and started repaying immediately, but the house is not completed. So I have paid principal before the completion of house. For that also, I cannot claim 80C deduction. Right. So this is with regard to concept of 80C. Now we are moving to the second benefit, which says for the interest. So for interest, as I told you, the three sections. One is 24, second one is 80EE, and third one is 80EEA. We'll discuss one by one section. So under section 24, interest amount can be claimed as deduction, only interest amount. And it is allowed from income from house property, and that is allowed on due basis. Suppose interest has become due and you have not paid the interest, still you can claim the benefit of 24. And most important, the loan can be taken from anyone. As discussed earlier, for 80C, you can get only benefit of deduction if you have taken loan from government banks and all. But for a 24, you can take loan from anyone, and you can get the benefit of section 24 deduction for interest part. And most important one, the loan can be taken for any purpose: purchase, construction, acquisition, repairs, renewals, or reconstruction. Any purpose you can take the loan and you can get the benefit of section 24 deduction. Right. Another condition being, see, in the earlier section, I told that you have taken loan and started repaying the amount, but the house is not completed. So for that amount, you cannot claim 80C deduction. But in contrast to that one, section 24 says that you have paid any interest before the completion year. The house property is completed during 22-23. You have paid any interest before 22-23. That amount can get the benefit of deduction section 24, but that will be allowed only from the year of completion of the house. So if the house is completed during the present year, the back period interest will be allowed as deduction in the current year in 5 equal annual installments. So every year you can claim 1/5 part. And if a house is completed during a particular year, the total interest of that year can be claimed as deduction. So this is irrespective of the date of completion. So for example, assume that on Jan 1 to 2023, you have completed a property. The total interest of 22-23 commencing from 1/4/22 to 31st March 23, you can claim the benefit of deduction. The total amount of interest you can claim in the current year itself. So this is one more condition to be satisfied. And other conditions, brokerage and commission are not allowed. Interest on interest is not allowed, which is called as compounding of interest. So that amount cannot be allowed. And look at an example that I have taken loan from a money lender and I'm paying interest to him. Assume that the rate of interest is 24% per annum. This is a little bit high rate of interest. So what I have done, I have taken loan from a friend at 10% and repaid the loan taken earlier. Now I'm paying interest to my friend. Can I get the benefit of section 24 deduction? The section says yes, because you have taken loan from money lender and used the money for the house. Second loan you have taken from friend and repaid the first loan. So the act says, boss, indirectly you have used that money for the house, so we'll give the benefit. So there is no issue, can get the benefit of deduction. And interest on unpaid purchase price. See, you have taken house from a builder and registered in your name, and you have paid out, assume that it's a 50 lakhs flat and you have paid 40 lakhs amount, that there's a due amount of 10 lakhs. And the due amount of 10 lakhs, the builder charged you to some interest and you're paying that interest. So here there is no loan, but it is interest on the unpaid purchase price, which is eligible for section 24 deduction. And most important point, guys, you need to obtain a certificate from the lender. So whoever is giving you loan, please take a certificate and then you can get the benefit of 24 deduction. So this is just a procedure for the department. So they'll just check whether the other guy is showing it as income or no. Right. And sir, deduction is fine, but how much amount can I claim as deduction? As I told you earlier, the deduction under section 24 is subject to few conditions and it depends on the property nature. First is a let out property, which means I have given to lease, I'm getting rent. For that, you can get any amount of deduction. There's one more concept called the demur to let out. See, under Income Tax Act, if you have more than 2 houses, and in that 2 houses or more than 2 houses, you're staying in all the 3 houses, not given on rent, then Act says that only 2 houses are self-occupied and others are let out, demur to let out. So for the demur to let out property, any amount of interest you can claim. And coming to self-occupied house, you're staying in your house, it is called as self-occupied. Your relatives are staying in your house and not paying any rent, that is called as self-occupied. Your parents are staying in your house and they're not paying you rent, that is called as self-occupied. Or the property is empty, you have not given on lease, that is also called as self-occupied property. In case of self-occupied property, you can get a maximum benefit of special case 2 lakhs or general case 30,000. There's a maximum interest that can be given as deduction. And so how will I know how much will I get, whether it's 2 lakhs or 30,000? We have some conditions. See, in order to get a special case, we have 3 conditions to be satisfied. If you satisfy all the 3 conditions, section 24 says you can claim maximum 2 lakhs. If you are not satisfied any of the condition, still you can get the benefit that is only 30,000. See, the condition, first condition is the loan should be taken on after 1499. And the purpose of loan is purchase or construction. See, now you say that, sir, just 1 minute before you told that the loan can be taken for the purpose of repairs and reconstruction. Now here you're saying only for purchase or construction. Yes, I'm correct. So if you want to get 20,000 for a 2 lakhs for a self-occupied house, the loan should be for purchase or construction. If you're taken loan for repairs of a self-occupied house, you get 30,000. So I'm talking about 2 lakhs, right? So the house should be completed within 5 years from the end of the year in which loan has been taken. So you have taken loan during the current year. From the end of this year, within 5 years, the house should be completed. See, if you have satisfied all these 3 conditions, maximum 2 lakhs. If you haven't satisfied any of these conditions, the maximum limit is only 30,000, which means the loan taken for repairs, renewals, etc., loan taken before 1499, or the house is not completed within 3 years, right? So this is with regard to section 24 deduction. Like, to sum up simply, section 24, there is no limit for interest for let out or deemed let out. For self-occupied, it's max 2 or 30,000, right? And coming to section 80 EE deduction, you can get an additional deduction of 50,000. And this is applicable only for individual. And apart from section 24 deduction, you can get extra deduction in section 80 EE, but that should be only residential self-occupied house, not let out house or not commercial house. Right. Only for interest part you can get the benefit. And you can get the benefit of deduction for any number of years. There is no limit. But here comes the most important condition, right? So in order to get the benefit of section 80 EE deduction, the most important condition is that loan should be taken between 2016-17. The loan should be sanctioned between 16-17, 1/4/2016 to 31st March 2017. Then only we can get the benefit of section 80 EE deduction. Now you say that, sir, the loan is taken during 16-17. What relevance does it have in the present year 22 to 23? See, boss, you have taken loan during 16-17, but you will be repaying it for 10 years, 15 years, 20 or 30 years. How much years you are repaying the amount? For that complete years, you can get the benefit of 24 deduction. So basically, you can get the deduction for almost the total period of deduction can be maximum up to the year of repayment of loan. Starting from 16-17, you can get the benefits. So for the present year also, the loan is still there, you can get the benefit of deduction. And the loan sanction should be only up to 35 lakhs. The loan sanction should be only up to 35 lakhs, not beyond 35 lakhs. And the value of house should be only up to 50 lakhs. And on the date of taking the loan, the assessee should not own any house property. Fine. So if you have satisfied this condition or these 4 conditions, you can get extra 24 deduction. And an important point to be noted here is that for a let out property, I will not be getting section 80 EE deduction, because for let out amount, any amount I can claim only on 24. So here I won't be getting 80 EE is not for let out house property. And coming to the last benefit, if I have taken loan and started paying off interest, I can also get section 80 EEA deduction. And this is applicable for only individual. And a person who is claiming 80 EE should not claim 80 EEA. So basically, the 2 sections 80 EE and 80 EEA should not be applicable to a particular individual, right? So what amount can I get? The same amount of interest I can get. For the purpose of 80 EE or 80 EEA, I have to take loan from a financial institution for the purpose of acquisition of the residential property, which is a self-occupied one, right? So the condition being, loan should be sanctioned between 1/4/19 to 31st March 2021. For 80E, that should be 16-17. And here it is 19 to 21. So you can get the benefit of section 80 EEA only if the loan is sanctioned between this time. And the stamp duty value of the house should not exceed 45 lakhs. Earlier section we have seen it's up to 50 lakhs, the value of house. Here it says stamp duty value. Stamp duty value means the value at which you have to pay stamp duty value is called as stamp duty value. It is decided by the government. So usually in majority of the cases, the purchase value and stamp duty will be same. If the purchase value is different from stamp duty value, you have to pick up stamp duty value. See, there's a difference between stamp duty value and purchase or sale value. Section 56 come into picture and section 50C will come into picture. That will not discuss here. That will be in other aspects. And the most important condition, the assessee should not own any residential house on the date of sanction of the loan. As in case of 80EE, in case of 80EEA also, you should not own one more any property. So, which means if you have satisfied these conditions, you can get benefit of 80EEA. Right. To sum up, what are the total benefits I'm getting under these sections? You can just check it out, guys. See, section 80C and section 24 for a self-occupied house, you can get maximum it would be 1,50,000 for 80C and 30 or 2 lakhs for self-occupied house. So it would be either 1,80,000 or 3,50,000. 80C 24 let out property can get, yes, 1,50,000 for 80C and any amount for section 24. And section 80C and 24 and 80EE for self-occupied, yes, you can get 1,50,000 plus 30 or 2 lakhs plus 50,000. 80C plus 24 plus 80EEA, yes, for a self-occupied, you can get these three benefits, 1,50,000 plus 30 or 2 lakhs plus 1,50,000. And 80EE and EEA, no, you cannot get, because the section itself says that if a person is eligible for getting 80EE, the same person should not be getting 80EEA. So this summarizes the provisions of Income Tax Act with regard to the house loan. So whenever you have taken a housing loan, please ensure that you satisfy these conditions. Only if you satisfy this condition, you can claim deduction. Right. So I hope I try to make it out clear the point. I hope I have clarified any of your doubts and all. So guys, if you like this video, I request you to share with your friends and all. In the coming time, I will be coming with a lot more videos with regard to income tax, auditing and GST and all. So that will be surely useful for your examination purpose and also for your practice purpose. Thank you one and all.